What is up, YouTube? Today we're back another Guild War banger, and this is gonna be a very special video.
What do you mean by that?
Not for any particular reason, as you guys can see in the background over, over here. But yeah, let's just keep this safe for YouTube and not get demonetized. I'm sure you guys can think what I'm thinking. But anyhow, if you guys would read a P underscore 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 Hua.
What did he say?
With Ivana in that P Hua. Type Ivana is mommy in the comments below. Anyhow, we're going to be running Ivana today in Guild War and debuting her and seeing how she does and how she doesn't. I'm also going to be talking about her builds, her artifacts, and pretty much how to build her, kind of like an all-in-one kind of video guide thing-ish, whatever. So yeah, if you guys do enjoy, drop a like, comment for the algorithm, and subscribe if you haven't already. And let's get right into it. Alright, so for our first attack, we're hitting Sigrid, Estelle, and Arbiter Vildred. So I'm going to be going with Amid at 321 on Fan of Light and Dark. EE is going to be on the Gab EE as per usual. And I will be running Hekate here for the anti-revive passive versus the Arbiter Vildred. And this is going to be on Warfare Torrent set on Thorn of the Blue Rose. And this is going to be on the damage reduction EE. You probably could do any ones here in Guild War. It doesn't really make it that big of a difference. But this is my RTA build, so I just leave it as is. And then Sari is going to be 188 speed on Otherworldly Machinery. So basically, I'm getting 30 push here, 25 from Amid, and then I'm getting an additional push from the Fan of Light and Dark. So I'm going to be way overcapped on the speed, even if this is Sword Art Summer Secret Art Storm Sword. Sorry, I can't talk. Secret Art Storm Sword. And they just kind of like bang everything out. I technically don't have a 100% hit chance versus this. But I hope it's just fine. I hope it just works out. I don't know. Bottom team, it's going to be Scales, DN, and Chi-Ross. So I'm going to be going with Ivana here. Obviously, there's Immortality. And we're going to be going with Immunity on speed set. And this is going to give 22 res for free. So I'm technically around 130 res. But you do want to have her on a little bit of a speed set. Because if you go slow, you're going to get 50% combat readiness on the S2. And then 15% at level 15 for this. So you're getting 65 push, right? Obviously, Scale is going to push quite a bit as well. So we want to make sure that we're able to cut and then put that S3 up for the immunity and the ignore sharing, which is going to be really important here. So what I could do is some kind of like Celine or just like anything that is really like OP, or even like Hua Young and stuff like that. But for the sake of the video, we're gonna go with Dark Corvus. Dark Corvus into Scales historically is really bad, but obviously when you pair it with the Ivana, then you can go for the Soulburn S3 with the ignore damage share, and that will no longer be an issue for Decor versus the Scales matchup. And I'll also be going with Salome, so I can kind of double Decorv S3. Obviously, I need to have immunity on every unit here in case it's top speed DN. Right? If I have no immunity on 1, 2, or 3, DN S3, I'm dead. All right, so I need to make sure I have immunity on everything, and we should be all right. So let's go right ahead.
Pay attention, or you might
RNL. Okay, let's S2 with our Amid.
Please,
and we are going to S3 onto our Saria and just hope we hit RB.
We'll revitalize the fallen.
If we don't, it's fine. I mean, we still have Hekate damage with Soulburn, so I'm not really too worried. I guess you would call it a minor inconvenience. Hopefully we just hit, though. Oh, beautiful. Nice and easy.
How pitiful to see you lost.
And then just headshot him.
I shall lead you back to your cycle.
Beautiful. 35k damage. Very beautiful. Kind of lucky, you might say, honestly, but it worked out. His whole team is really slow. So this is kind of awkward because I need to wait for Ivana to actually get the turn here for ignore damage share, right? So this actually is kind of awkward. Wait, let me think about this. If I steal the Scales and I S3, I boost up 25 while I get the push. I get 55 total. G-Ross is going to get turned, but this is going to be a good damage check to see how much 50% damage reduction is going to do for us, eh? Yeah, honestly, this would be a good limit test. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to... I actually think the play is to Soul Burn S3. Unironically. I could go for S1 as well, but... I don't think copying makes sense here. Honestly, this is pretty risky. This is actually really risky for me. But I'm just gonna say fuck it, and I'm going to S1.
This way.
Oh, it's Alvarez. Is it injury?
Sorry.
It's not injury. Okay. So this is the true damage test, or damage limit test. I might die here. If I die, I'm gonna pull another Ivana for the video. If this sounds really whale, but if this cannot survive, if this cannot survive G-Ross, I don't know what to say. I would like to believe it survives G-Ross. 50%, okay. Kind of still looks like it does a lot of damage.
And your fate.
Oh my god, dude. That damage reduction is like nothing. What the fuck? That is so bad. That is actually so bad. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, let's just kill off the Decor first. I mean the G-Ross first. If I want to have a chance of winning this, I gotta get rid of the Decor, or the G-Ross, sorry. The end's gonna cut, but it's kind of whatever now. I mean, it's not whatever. I have to tank abundance damage and shit, but like, I'm gonna actually just Soul Burn S1 here.
I was careless.
He's on counter set as well. Oh god.
I was careless.
What a nasty cook, bro. Okay.
Blessings.
Did he just natural duel me and then I died? Ah.
This world's existence no longer has any value.
Wow, that's really fucking bad. That's actually really bad. Holy shit. This is really bad for me. And I can get feared. Wow. Ivana is fucking garbage. Ivana is actually fucking garbage. That damage reduction is actually like nothing. Like, wow. Okay. Alright, well, I guess we have to go pull another Ivana. GG's. What a fucking shit unit, dude. Ridiculous. Well, I just rage summoned a bunch of artifacts. And I was able to pity the second Ivana, so I guess we're gonna build her, so give me 1 second. Alright, I just have to say, like, I have a second Ivana from Grace of Growth, right? But if you just look at defenses that have immortality, right? Like, this unit is actually so fucking dog shit. It's actually fucking crazy. Like, why would I ever run fucking Ivana when I could fucking run... God damn, I can't fucking click. I'm so mad. I'm actually so fucking pissed. Like, this fucking company, man. Like, I could just run Hecate. And then it's fucking GG. You know? Or, better yet, I could fucking... If I need anti-revive versus this bullshit, I just go fucking Briar with, like, fucking DN. Or I go Luna. Like, Ivana is actually just so bad in Guild War. It's not even funny. And I already know how well she does in RTA because I think universally everyone agrees that she's just kind of shit. But, like, holy shit, like, she is shit. She is so bad. Like, she's okay for, like, you know, if someone has scales and Ruel and they're tanking down and all that bullshit. Like, I totally get that. But, like, to be a unit that counters immortality, she's not it. Because, let me just complain real quick, okay? I'm not even setting up an attack right now. Like, how come this fucking passive is once per rotation? Why is it not just like, say, we look at a unit like Veronica that you would pick into immortality, right? It's every turn, right? 80% every turn, every turn, every turn, every turn, right? Why is Ivana on a cooldown when she's a unit that you're bringing to be strictly anti-immortality? Right? I get it that you can't refresh this buff over and over, but, like, at least her CR push and everything should be working kind of like Veronica, right? I don't know. I just think, like, they really dropped the ball with this unit, and I honestly, I don't remember the last time I did a Guild War video where I'm, like, so disappointed in a character, because I'm just sitting here for, like, an hour, like, trying to think about, like, how I can bring this unit and make her look good, without it just being like, you know, absurdly gear gap or whatever. But like at the end of the day, it's like she's just fucking shit. Anyway, let me set up my second attack. Sorry, I just have to say that. Okay, on to the next one. All right, honestly, I'm already kind of so done with this Guild War that I don't even want to like fucking record the rest of this video. I'm not even gonna lie, but like whatever, man. Renak, Nodos, Satsuka. I'm just gonna run some YOLO shit. I don't even care this war. Fuck it. Bird's eye view, beat on. Zahawk is just gonna be like here to kill Satsuka. If I get pushed back, like whatever. I don't give a fuck. Like it is what it is. I don't care anymore. Bystander Hua Young is gonna be here on Destro. Just fucking nuke the Nodos if I fucking get outsped. Like whatever. GG's. Bottom team. I'm not running Ivana, man. I'm not, because like if I run into Ivana, I'm just gonna fucking die again. So like, what is the fucking point? Renak, Sharoon. Sharoon obviously is gonna be here to give the fixed damage and the cascade and stuff like that, and then just be more damage for the Renak. And then Hekate is here to shut down the DN and the Arbiter Vildred. So hopefully it works. If it doesn't, then IFF. So let's go.
Time to face the consequences.
It is a effectiveness trap. Now, honestly, couldn't it have gone on the Hua Young there? Loki. I mean, I won't complain, I guess. Could have died, but again, who cares?
How lucky you really are.
So this. So I'm gonna S2 for Hua for the push. I'm gonna S3 onto Satsuka. I would like to believe that Hua Young, even with Pilfer, can one-shot Nodos with Soul Burn. If it doesn't, I mean, whatever. Okay. At least that worked. Nice.
Prove your worth.
Got as a Hawk game, 29k. Nice. Didn't get punished. I totally should have been punished, but didn't get punished. Thank goodness. The game is trying to not tilt me off the face of this universe. I'm very thankful of that. Well, S2 onto Freerin to Pilfer. I saw double edge to Crescent on the RB, so I'm gonna not hit it. And I'm just gonna S3 onto the DN here. Pretty good pop. I'm just gonna S1 here. I think I just S1 this, right? And then just boom boom.
The call of the underworld.
There we go. Okay. You see, that's what an anti-immortality unit is supposed to do.
Understand that.
It's not supposed to fucking die, man. Fuck. Alright, so I've kind of collected myself a little bit after crashing out. My bad. Top team is going to be Harseti, Nodos, and Setsuka. So I'm going to go with Young Senya, who's going to be on triple set on Proof of Friendship. And then my Hekate is going to be on Thorn of the Blue Rose, so that I can Soulburn S3 with Warfare on Torrents. And then I'm going to go Queen Whistle on Aram, so that I can Soulburn S3 again. Or sorry, rather I can reset my Hekate and then Soulburn S3 and fuck shit up again. So that should be pretty clean, I think. So we're going to do that. Bottom team is Scales, Mort, and Freerin. So I'm aware this could be like a effectiveness Abyssal Crown Freerin, but let's just hope it's not, right? Ivana is going to be on speed and immunity on Bird's Eye View to generate souls. And then my Celine is going to be here at 238 on Wind Rider, so that I can just try to get some kills and stuff and proc his immortality and just kind of, you know, do some fun stuff. And then my Bellion is just triple HP set on Bastion and Perlucia, so that I can give as much of a barrier to Celine as possible. I have immunity for fears and stuff, so hopefully it's fine. So hopefully she can at least look good in one attack. Okay.
Funny, really. The vanity of your struggling.
Let's see if we get our pop damage out onto the Nodos. Question mark. Proof of Valor. It's gonna be hard to kill him. It will definitely be. Oh my god, he got evasion buff. Oh my god, he got evasion buff. Oh shit. Okay. I have to S1 this. I'm gonna eat a counter from... Okay, no.
No escaping a
I have to send my double S3 in.
The eternal cycle. I decree thy merciless annihilation.
Okay, we kill through the miss. Thank God. Nice.
You called for me.
Let's reset the Hekate now.
Position.
Wow, that was kind of scary. I thought the evasion buff plus Satsuka passive would have let him people stay alive with POV, but I guess not.
You presume to
And then we
decide
just go Soulburn S3 again.
futile
Bigger,
resistance.
greater attack buff, exploiting weak points. Satsuka should just straight up die, I'm pretty sure.
Inescapable fate.
Beautiful. 40k damage. Can't tank the Hekate, luckily. Beautiful. Alright, so... I will go for S3 because this is going to provide me with ignore damage share, and also it will give me immunity.
Goddess, grant us your mercy.
I will say her animation is beautiful, though. I will say that. Her animation is
I
fucking
shall
beautiful.
bestow a benediction almighty.
Okay.
I brook no fault.
So I'm just going to kill
Serve
Freerin.
your penance with humility.
Holy shit, look at that damage.
A stench
And we
foul.
are going to Soul Burn
Do not
onto
forget
the
your past transgressions.
Mort, Rocking Mortality.
Those unworthy shall step aside.
And I'm going to... I probably should S3, but I'm just going to S1 again onto Scales, because, like, fuck it. I have ignore damage share, I might as well use it. Mort's going to potentially full heal here, which could be pretty bad, but I'm going to hope this works out.
What petty struggling.
Soul Burn S1 here, ignore damage share. Get a little bit of healing there.
Foolish.
Looks like some
S3 here, try to provoke Mort.
an ensemble of grief and despair.
Okay, that kills. We get countered. Proc Absolute Dignity. Hopefully Celine wakes up here. If not, it's not a huge deal.
Fate
Beautiful.
cannot be altered.
I'll just S1 because I'm not going to be able to die in one hit anyways. And we kill him. Nice. Nice.
This shall be
Nice
the
and
final
easy.
lesson I leave you.
Let's go. Alright, so if you made it to this part of the video, thank you for watching and dealing with my crash outs. I apologize. That's on me. That's my bad. Okay. So I do want to quickly talk about Ivana and some of her strengths and weaknesses and how she may be good. There are two different builds that I think are quote-unquote meta, or how you should be playing her after running her for like 7 hours in RTA today, and just watching streams as well, and just testing her myself. This is kind of the more, I guess you could say, standard build, where you would pick it kind of like, almost like a situation where like you pick Schneel into DDR, right? If they have Scales Ruel kind of combination, then Ivana is really, really big stocks. Also, if they go like MLDN, because they get Immortality on that first turn, then obviously she pushes 50 plus her artifact, which is going to be 65 CR. You'll be able to outpush the DN here, as long as you're fast enough, right? Obviously, if it's like a 300 DN, maybe it might not work, but that's kind of like very, very like high-end, like very niche one tricks that would do that. The reason why you want to have speed, obviously, as I mentioned earlier in the video, is because you need to cut. If you can't cut, she's useless, right? Her cleanse is useless, her kit's useless, yada, yada, yada. The second build that I think you could try is actually a more aggressive build. Now, this is going to be on Bird's Eye View. And the reason why you go Bird's Eye View is so that you run this with like your opener, where you would go like opener into S3 into damage share for your whole team. And then you can just kind of kill stuff, right? Imagine if it's like a Celine or a Freerin or a Strays, stuff like that, right? She can be very good to set that up in an aggressive setup. And there have been some Litica players on ladder that have already adapted this to take like Ivana plus DN together 1-2, and then they just go Litica 3 slam, and then they just kind of kill you with all the damage coming in, right? So she could be pretty good in that sense. For sure. I think I'm going to test that as well tomorrow in RTA to see how that really feels. But obviously, that's only really applicable for cleavers, right? Now, a little bit about, not just about her Ivana, but why Ivana's release is very important, right? Not only is her personality very, very fucking large, her artifact is also very strong, right? This is something that we already knew, right? So the other unit that's going to be on best in slot on her artifact is going to be Infinite Horizon Acades. Now, if you're someone that's, you know, new to E7, or you're, you know, trying to get into RTA, or you're, you know, you're learning or whatever, right? I can't fucking talk. I don't know what's going on. You run this artifact in Infinite Horizon Acades if you run into situations where they have like Luna, or if they have or maybe not Luna because they can Soul Burn S3. But if there's just like any I don't know, like fucking Renax or like Amids or just any like units that have that has skills that don't debuff Acades, this is going to be really good because she gets 20% push when her S3 is available, right after the enemy's turn. And this would make it go up to 40 at max or max limit broken, right? So this makes her push 38% combat readiness, which is a lot. 40 at max, right? Obviously, if you're still picking this into exclusively only New Moon Luna, obviously Eternus can be better. Soul Constellation could be pretty good as well if you have that maxed. Idol's Cheer, obviously, we can't forget about. Idol's Cheer has been the premier artifact of choice that you would run on Infinite Horizon Acades right now because of the Zeo matchup, where if Zeo's S3s, it pushes your highest attack unit, and then you can just kind of reverse kill them, right? So I just want to point that out as well, that you can run this artifact on her if you are looking for one. Maybe if you're a newer player like myself on a free-to-play account, this is kind of like a good artifact to definitely pick up, and it's definitely worth your powder 100%. But at the end of the day, is she worth it? I will have to say, Ivana, is not really worth like pitying at the very moment. I think you could definitely go for her if, you're, kind of a dolphin-ish. But if you're free-to-play, definitely, keep her on the wish list kind of thing, just as you would with like Estelle to get more copies of her, because you really don't need to triple S her. It's not worth your time, and the artifact's not worth it that much as well, in my opinion. But I will say, if you pull her, you got to go for the 15 friendship, as I have here. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye!